Hazy, sun, and very warm on Friday. Good Thursday night, East Tennessee. David Aldridge, Captain Accurate here from the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center. Well, you can see we have thunderstorms this evening, primarily to the north, near the Kentucky-Tennessee line, but there's still some activity in western North Carolina too, southern Monroe County. But if we zoom in toward Jellicoe and really toward Winfield, Oneida, and Huntsville, all that's drifting from the northeast to the southwest, so a couple more showers and storms will still be in the offering this evening in spots. Most of us stay dry. However, we had a downpour in Knoxville, which made it the biggest rain we've seen since the 7th of May. More on that in just a second. But let me show you the radar. Again, Ultimate Doppler Radar, presented by Madlock Tire Service and Auto Repair, East Tennessee's #1 tire shop and auto repair since 1953. If you need a new set of tires, tell them Captain Accurate sent you. They've got 5 convenient locations to serve you. You can do oil changes, they can do brakes, alignments, all the rest, and even tire repair. By the way, Almanac, we hit 83 today, but you'll notice the precipitation amount, 0.44. The last time we had that much rain was May 7th when we had 0.86. We need every drop. We were about just under 3 inches below normal for the month of May, so we could use the rain, but it was localized. Not everybody experienced that, but that was what McGee Tyson reported earlier today, just about 1:45 p.m. We hit 85, which was my expectation today in Oak Ridge, but due to the rain, it looks like we only hit 83. Knoxville, Morristown, it was 79. However, in Wartburg, in Morgan County, 77 in Crossville. If you look around the state, they hit 87 today in Nashville, 87 in Memphis. A lot of these clouds still dancing from the northeast to the southwest, if not east to west, and a lot of them fading away with the setting sun. We're seeing less in the way of resolution because the sun is at a lower angle. But there's still some clouds out there. Look at Middlesboro, look at northern Campbell and northern Scott counties. That's also producing some rain underneath those clouds this evening. Headlines, we're talking more heat on Friday. How about 89 degrees? Wow. Saturday should be the hottest day of the year, lower 90s. The hottest day thus far, 89 from April 5th. Back on April 5th, we hit 89. Who knew, right? But that was our hottest day so far. We think we'll eclipse that Saturday at 92, and it's still very warm on Sunday, back to 89. Now, the Hurricane Center, even though today is ironically the first day of hurricane season, they did announce number 2. What's number 2? Hello, number 2. No, I think it's James Bond's 007, but this is depression number 2. You said, where was the first one? If it's the first day of hurricane season, wouldn't you start with number 1? You would, normally, but they had an unnamed storm in January. Who knew? And yes, that was like the tree that falls in the forest. Nobody saw it, nobody heard it. But in January, they gave a tropical depression number 1 before the season started. So I'm going to start with number 2. Number 2, she says. Well, he says. And you can see most of what we're seeing in terms of tropical depression number 2 is a disturbance that's going to kick up high surf for Destin, high surf for Panama City. But this may become a tropical storm as early as midnight tonight, maybe within the hour. 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock tonight, wouldn't surprise me if they give this a name, and it would be given the name Arlene. But then it weakens. It's almost like a ho-hum back toward Cuba, where they'll get some beneficial rain, I'm sure, down there. But we're watching the tropics this year, as Arlene is the first name on the list, followed by Brett, then by Cindy, and then Dawn and Emily. You could be water cooler talk this summer, as storms may be named after you. Future winds shows this storm system, which potentially could become Arlene. It's got yellow there. That would suggest tropical storm force winds right around the circulation center. What time is that? That's midday tomorrow. So midday tomorrow, it's just churning up the water in the Gulf of Mexico, but it does have definition, so it will probably get a name. But it's drifting away from Florida, not headed to, but it'll still create some rip currents along all the beaches from Tampa all the way up toward Destin, I'm sure. So just be mindful of that if you have family down there. But hurricane season, we know, does start June 1st, runs till November 30th, but historically it peaks, it hits a fever pitch around Labor Day. Around September 10th is when activity really begins to ramp up. So just take that in consideration for your summer vacations. Storm Prediction Center highlighting the yellow and the dark green, and dare I say the orange. Orange is numerous, but we have some strong, if not numerous, severe storms expected in Lubbock and Midland for Friday. Some scattered severe storms in yellow near Abilene, San Angelo, and back towards, say, Waco and Dallas might just be run-of-the-mill thunderstorms. Now, I don't expect rain here. In fact, last I checked, the National Weather Service is not even expecting rain here tomorrow. But the Storm Prediction Center has labeled us as an area that's open for a thunderstorm. Not severe, but potentially there. And they do that again on Saturday, even though there's no hot spots around the country. They want to put some thunder here. I think we're dry. It's just hot. and the humidity is not all that bad, all things considered. It's summer, could be worse, but with dew points in the 50s, low 60s, it won't be terribly humid, but it will be hot. For sure, it will be hot. Notice by 11 o'clock tonight, lots of the green disappear. Tomorrow morning we start dry, and I think most of the rain we see tomorrow will be either far southern valley, out of our viewing area, or into western North Carolina. Heading into Saturday, got a front that's coming in dry. Most of the thunderstorms will be near Washington, D.C., and will continue on this path. And I think even though this model shows some rain coming in, I think it's not taking into account the spin associated with what could be Arlene. Because Arlene may take in some of the, or take away some of the oxygen in the room, so we may not have a whole lot of moisture to work with on Saturday. So don't expect rain on Saturday. If you get one tonight in Oneida and Huntsville, consider yourself blessed and lucky. We got 62 for a normal low this time of year, headed down to 63. Here's your Valley Planner. We get to your forecast tonight. We're down to 63 in town with spotty storms fading. Partly cloudy with some fog late. Winds will be light and variable if they're moving generally out of the northeast. Morristown, Talbot, Russellville, a low of 60. Wartburg, Frozen Head State Park, 61. Maryville, Alcoa, about 62 for your low temperature tomorrow morning. 89, the high temperature tomorrow. That would tie the hottest day of the year. Keep in mind, April 5th, we did that, but very warm with winds picking up 5 to 10 plus in the afternoon out of the east-northeast. Friday, 89, Oak Ridge. 89 Kingston and Athens, about 87 for Morristown and Newport and Del Rio there in Cobb County. Looking ahead to the Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast. We're on fire. Well, maybe not quite. I little put a flame on there because 89, 90, I mean, are you really going to get hot if it's 90 and it's not 89? I mean, it's 1 degree. So I just really made the flame really start to burn on Saturday. So make sure you don't get sunburned. Make sure you lather up with the sunscreen because you're going to want that all this weekend, and make sure the kids do, because they're going to want to hang out at the pool. They're going to want to go to the lake. They'll want to hang out at Splash Country. So I understand that. Just make sure you're aware. 92 on Saturday. We're just as hot Sunday as we are Friday at 89, and may have a little bit of a pullback into the low 80s by Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. So 20% chance of rain storms on Sunday, and then on Tuesday, if we're lucky, 20% chance there as well. And our coolest numbers come in Wednesday night. We're back to around 55 in the morning. By the way, you can keep track of it all using the Captain Accurate Weather app with Pete Michaels Traffic. I love this app on so many reasons. You get all the National Weather Service alerts, like everybody else does. You get lightning alerts, like many others do. But you get 3 exclusive alerts, which will give you some extra time. If you like to plan, sometimes you'll get a twisting storm approaching alert that comes out before the tornado warning, comes out from Barron. Maybe you'll get a dangerous storm approaching alert that comes out before the severe thunderstorm warning. I've had people tell me I had 6 minutes extra time to get in the basement. And then when the tornado warning came, I was already in the basement. Who knew? And it alerted me before the NOAA weather radio. I love having multiple sources. But if you need an app that's world class, this is it. And it's based out of Huntsville, Alabama. But Bob Barron went to the University of Tennessee. So there's a lot invested here with this app. And it is free to download at the App Store and Google Play. And I mentioned, you can pick it up. It works well, very well, on your iPad as well. So check it out. Use the 2 words, Captain Accurate. It'll pop up on your phone. My name is David Aldridge. Some people call me Captain Accurate. It's not easy being accurate, so weather doesn't surprise you. We'll see you here next time. Take care.